Hello everyone, TimeToGrind here, and welcome to Quick Tips, the series where I give a single short helpful tip in each video with the ultimate goal of creating a large collection of these videos to help both older and newer players alike. Now today I'm going to be talking about something a little bit different, as it isn't actually in Overwatch, the game itself. Now, with launch, the actual Overwatch site has an option to look at every single one of your stats. And to do that, all the links will be in the description below, but all you really have to do, it's quite simple, just go to playoverwatch.com, their website, and if you click this little login thing, if it remembers you, it'll automatically log in. If it doesn't, you'll have to sign in or whatnot. And then you'll be able to click this thing that says View Profile. Now, when you click this, it'll, there's so many stats on this page. It says your name, how many games you've won, your level, featured stats, which I don't know if they're the same for every single person. They might either be just the things that stand out the most, or they're the same for everyone and they kind of seem like the most important. I would assume it's what's just most important to everyone, because you have things like eliminations, healing, objective kills, damage done, and stuff like that. So that's really nice. Then you can see top heroes. As you can see, I have not played Mei, Genji, Zenyatta, Symmetra, Winston, in the 6 games I've won, and then, I guess the 4 games I've lost. And you can see playtime, kind of like TF2. If you've ever played TF2, when you're loading in, it kind of shows you all this, and that's kind of cool. Then you have all of your career stats. So I've gotten 1 melee kill, final blow. I have 67 solo kills, 74 objective kills, all this stuff. So it's for combat, for deaths, the game, miscellaneous, melee final blows most in a game, defensive assists, recon assists, average, there's just a bunch of stuff. One thing that I kind of like the most is this part right here where it says cards. So how many times you've been nominated for a card at the end of the match, how many medals you've gotten, and how many of each tier you've gotten. So as you guys could see in the few games I've played, I've gotten 32 gold medals, 16 silver medals, and 9 bronze medals. And then of course you can look at the achievements. I don't think there's a way to look at the actual descriptions of what they do. But you can, look at these, see which ones you've unlocked. Now, most of this stuff can be found in-game, so it's not that much of a, oh, wow, it's all this in-depth thing that I haven't seen before, because you can see it is in Overwatch. It's in, the actual game. But what's cool about this, what's the most cool about this is all public. As long as you have someone's battle tag, Xbox Live gamer tag, or PSN ID, doesn't matter which platform you're playing on, you will be able to look them up. So as an example, I have one of my friends, his username is Sutter, so if I were to type in his thing, it would bring me to his page. And I can see, all of his featured stats, his heroes, which heroes he hasn't played yet, all these stats, which achievements he's got, and it's really, really cool because also, I hope in the future, this doesn't necessarily have only to do with this, but with API and stuff, hopefully we'll be able to see websites like DotaBuff. That's kind of the one website I know. If you don't know what DotaBuff is, it's kind of a website that looks at all of your old Dota games and kind of analyzes all the stats about them and whatnot. And so it's really cool, especially that it works not only for battle tags, but if you're playing on Xbox or PlayStation, it's definitely really nice. And I'm assuming because you do have the option to link your Battle.net account to consoles. It doesn't do anything in terms of unlocking cosmetics across the platforms. But what I believe is because when you click PC here, it reloads the stats page. So I'm assuming if you do link the Battle.net page to your consoles, it'll be able to show up all of them here, and you can look at their Xbox stats versus their PlayStation stats and all of that stuff. So it's definitely really, really interesting. I'm assuming this front part here is your most played, because when we look at my friend here, his is Roadhog, and his most played hero is Roadhog, which is kind of nice. Now the background of the map, I wonder if that, no, okay, it looks like the map's similar or the same. for every person. But it's definitely cool. It's very, very interesting, and I can't wait to see how people kind of utilize this in the future. But just it by itself is really cool because if you want to, just as an example, check out who I've been playing lately or whatever, you can kind of look at that. Or if you want to check out your friends or kind of compete with your friends of who has, you know, the most damage done on average or stuff like that. And yeah, so thanks for watching this short little quick tip that not necessarily has anything to do with the game itself, but I just thought it was so interesting when I saw it on Reddit that I couldn't wait to share it with you guys. And yeah, so if you enjoyed this video, then consider leaving a like down below and subscribing to see more Overwatch content and news. And like always, guys, see you next time.